Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist, and today I'm coming back from locals as the crowned champion. I took my Darklord to locals, and I actually took first place. It was kind of interesting because I was the one that organized the tournament with the shopkeep. It was like, hey man, is there any way we could do a tournament on Tuesday? And he was like, sure, and so I was like, well, I don't want to really compete, I just kind of want to host with you, and he was like, nah, I got it. You go compete. So I went and competed, and I took first place with Darklords. I was so amazed. I made a lot of people mad with this deck because it's like Christia dot deck. But it's really, really good. I really enjoy this deck, and it's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy the mat I got to play on with this deck. It's a lot of fun to play against. Well, it's not a lot of fun to play against. A lot of fun to play with, and I've got a couple of MVP cards in this deck that I really kind of want to show you guys that are really interesting text that you might want to consider putting in your Darklord deck. So let's get into it. Before we get into it, I really quickly want to give a shout out to Top Games in Gardendale. I really appreciate you letting me host a tournament over there. It was a lot of fun. Maybe we can do some more. I hope we can do some more over there. And maybe you guys, I'm going to start trying to host tournaments over there. So you guys can get over to Gardendale, Alabama and come into Top Games and, you know, hang out with us and, we'll have a good time. But the other thing is I'm going to start trying to get either the runner-up deck profile or at least the, whoever wins the local tournament deck profile and show you guys kind of some other people's deck profiles besides just mine. So without further ado, let's get into this deck. So again, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content. So first off, I'm playing one copy of Darklord Morningstar. This card came in very, very clutch at the right moments when I needed him. I only summoned him once in the tournament. I played against Infernoids, Pendulum Magicians, and a Lightsworn deck. So this card came in very, very clutch against the Lightsworn deck. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed playing him. When he is normal summoned, I can special summon Darklord monsters in my deck equal to the number of effect monsters my opponent controls. Then I can mill cards off the top of my deck equal to the amount of Darklords I control, and gain 500 life points for each Darklord that's sent to the graveyard. But he cannot be special summoned, so that's something you have to keep in mind. Then I played 3 copies of Darklord A Shell. All the Darklords after Morningstar have a special effect of you can pay 1,000 life points to target a Darklord spell or trap in the grave, shuffle it into the deck, and then apply the effect. So after I say that's all of them, you guys will know. But A Shell's specific effect is that you can discard her and any other Darklord card to draw 2 cards. She is Bae. I love A Shell, and I need a mat that has a shell on it. I'm totally serious. If any of you guys want to be gracious and send me one, please do. So then I play 1 copy of Tez. Tez saved my butt against the Black Rose once. He's awesome. He's my butt cover. If a Darklord monsters you control or monster would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can discard him instead of destroying the cards, which is awesome. So he's kind of like a nice hand trap. Then I play 3 copies of Darklord Nastin. Nastin lets you special summon him from the hand by discarding 2 other Darklord cards, which is really, really nice. And he's our level 7 of the deck, so he lets us go into Flare Metal and Big Eye and Draco Sack and stuff like that. Really, really good card. Really recommend playing him at 3. He came in awesome. He came in like a wrecking ball the whole tournament. 1 Omnibus, I sat on this card against the Infernoid player for like 3 turns because we couldn't draw. I bricked, he bricked. It was a nice time. But really good card. It really ended up saving my butt with Omnibus. Omnibus is great because he has 2,800 defense, and this deck doesn't brick all the time, but when it does, it bricks hard. But this particular build does not brick as much as other builds that I have played with have. This deck actually was pretty damn consistent at the tournament. But Amadeus was great. You don't really use his effect. You can discard him and 1 other Darklord card to target 1 Darklord card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. I usually don't do that. I usually use him for his second ability of pay 1,000, shuffle 1 into the deck. And if you need to, you can only tribute 1 monster to summon him because he's a level 6, which is really great. Now, that's all the monsters that have that effect of pay 1,000, shuffle it into the deck, and then apply that effect of the spell or trap. So the rest of these Darklords are kind of like inherent Darklords. They were Darklords before this archetype was created. So we start off with 3 Superbias. Superbia was great. When it's special summoned from the graveyard, you can target one fairy monster in your graveyard except another copy of itself and special summon it, which is awesome. You special summon it and any other monster, and you just overlay. You usually will go for like Zerato or something like that, and you can overlay or link summon if you need to. Or you can even summon Christia because it's a fairy monster from the graveyard, which is nuts. Oh, I did that a lot. My opponent was like, wait a minute, you can do that? And I was like, if I discard it with trade in, yeah. So then the awesome Zerato, Darklord Zerato, literally won me a game against the Pendulum Magician player. I paid 1,000. He Pendulum summoned everything, and I was like, yeah, Zerato. And he was like, wait, what does that do? It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing Zerato on the deck. You really only need one. At the max that you need to play is 2, but 1 really, really works. One Ukabak. Ukabak really, really helps because he lets you send a Darklord card, any Darklord card from the deck to the grave. I actually special summoned him a couple of times from the deck, or from the graveyard with Superbia, surprisingly, to send the correct card that I needed to pay 1,000 and then shuffle it and apply it. I think I did that once and stole something and summoned a Borreload, because I had, I think it was a Nazden, an Ukabak, and Superbia, and I had Nazden's effect, activated it, stole something off their field that was really, really good. I think it was like, I don't even know what it was. And then Link summoned into Borreload, which was really good. Then I play 3 Christias because Christia is so damn easy to go into in this deck. It's crazy. Like, it's really, really, really crazy how good how good Christia is. If you have exactly 4 fairy monsters in the graveyard, you can special summon her, and then you can target any fairy monster in your graveyard if it's special summoned this way, and add it to your hand. Then, if neither player can special summon any monsters, which is nuts. On top of that, if this face-up card is sent to the graveyard, you can place it on top of your deck instead, or you do place it on top of your deck instead. Which is nice because it top decks. I had somebody actually beat me one time because of that. Because they put it back on top of my deck. I top decked into Christia and they were like, game? And I was like, wait, what am I going to draw? And they're like, Christia. And I was like, oh, damn. So it can set you back sometimes, but Christia helps you out more than not. Then I played 2 Vanity's Fiends. I was playing 3. But with 3 Christias and 2 Vanity's Fiend, I found that Christia works better in the deck because you can special summon her out. Vanity's Fiend you have to normal summon because he cannot be special summoned by any other way. He cannot be special summoned, period. Now, the MVP of the deck was by far, besides Christia, Fairy Tail Luna. Fairy Tail Luna is just nuts in the deck. Once you establish Christia on the field, you can just normal summon Fairy Tail Luna, search another copy of itself, and then the next turn normal summon another one, and I beat them to death with Fairy Tail Lunas. Fairy Tail Luna is kind of ironic, and I will throw this out there. My cat's name, or my Beyonce's cat that she brought when she moved in, is named Luna. So I will say it's kind of funny that I was playing Luna in my deck. But the neat thing about Luna is that when she's on the field, during either player's turn, I can target one monster my opponent controls, and your opponent can either send one monster with the same monster's name from the deck or the extra deck to the graveyard to negate the activation of this effect, otherwise return both it and this card to the hand. So I just keep bouncing their monsters and attacking them directly with Christia. The last card is the Searcher for Valhalla. I played one of, because I'm playing one of this in 2 Valhalla now. This is the monster lineup, and it worked very, very well. So let's get into these spells. Kind of a big monster lineup, bigger than normal decks, but it works. It really, really, really works. So let's get into the spells. The spells are pretty self-explanatory. So 3 Banishment. This card's Rhoda. It lets you search any Darklord card from the deck except for another copy of itself, which is crazy because you can literally search the next card, which is Darklord Contact. Contact is Monster Reborn. The combo is you revive Superbia, then you use Superbia's effect to revive any other one. These are the cards that you can shuffle back into the deck and then activate their effects again in the same turn, which is crazy. 3 Allures because everything in the deck is dark besides Luna and the Searcher for Valhalla. So it's very easy to resolve. 3 trade-ins because we play 9 targets, not 9 targets, 7 targets for trade-in. Trade-in helps out a lot, like a lot. 2 Valhallas because everything's fairy. Everything is fairy in the deck, except for Luna, which is a spellcaster, and you can normal summon her anyways. So it's very my big combo on Claim to Fame, and everybody kept getting mad. They kept looking across tables and going, "Oh, he did it again." Was Valhalla Christia. You activate Valhalla, then you just special summon out Christia, and then they just look across the table with fire in their eyes, looking at you. So Valhalla Christia is the combo. It is the combo of the deck. So that's it for the spells. Let's get into the traps. We only play 3 traps in the deck, and that's 1 Rebellion. This card, you can send a Darklord monster from your hand or face up from your field to target 1 card on the field and destroy it, which is nice. Enchantment, I actually put back in the deck, and it saved me 1 time or 2 times, I think twice maybe. You send a Darklord monster from your hand or face up from your field to the grave to take control of 1 monster your opponent controls, which was nuts. I think it was when the guy like pendulum summoned everything against me, and I was like, give me that Odd Eyes. Then I played 1 Eradicator. Eradicator is really good because just about everything in the deck is higher than 20 or 2500. Like everything besides like Luna and Amadeus in I think like 1 other card. The other thing that's not dark is higher than Vanity's Fiend. Vanity's Fiend is not. But all the Darklord monsters just about are 2500 or more. So very, very easy to resolve Eradicator. And if you call spells at the right time, you're going to win. Like, it's over. Because you already play humongous monsters. You get, what's her name out? Christia plus that, and it's over. So that's it for the main deck. The extra deck is very, very easy. You play 1 Flare Metal because you play Nastins, and establishing a board with Flare Metal on the field, your opponent's going to have to resolve a lot of effects to basically kill your field. So you need this on board, and it cannot die by card effects. Like it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it's really hard to get rid of. Like Darkhold doesn't kill it, and Raigeki doesn't kill it, but Interrupted Kaiju Slumber and Kaijus do kill it. Big Eye because I can steal stuff with it. Dracosack because I maybe need a little bit of protection to stall out to draw what I really, really need. So I play 1 copy. Divine Dragonite Failgrand because it's easy to make in the deck, and I can save myself very, very easily with it, and save the monsters I need to save with it. Hope Harboring Dragon, Titanic Galaxy negates spells, really, really good. Very, very helpful later in the game. Cypher Dragon steals monsters. Like I'm wondering if you guys are seeing a trend of me stealing monsters and negating special summons. 1 Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon. Full Armor Photon is very easy to make in the deck, and it actually won me a game almost. Full Armor Photon lets me destroy a card on the field by detaching 1 card from it, and you can overlay on top of Cypher Dragon to make this. Number 81, because you can do 2 shells to make this, and it becomes immune to anything, which is really, really good. Besides destroying by battling, good luck killing a 3200 beater without an honest. Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. Gustav Max just finishes the game for me. If I have 2 shells and I've already dealt you, I'll wear you down to like 2,000 life points, I'll just make Gustav and kill you. I never used this, but I play it, and that's the Spider Engine. I play the Spider Engine, which is number 35, Ravenous Tarantula, Pain Gainer, and then 7 Sins. It can get kind of nutsy if you can get into this engine, because if you can make Pain Gainer, or, I mean, I don't know which one it was. I think it was Pain Gainer or Ravenous Tarantula that lets you, like, the difference between your life points and your opponent's life points, all your monsters gain that difference. And these things are already huge, so I can make, like, 4,000 attack point monsters all over my board. Yeah, it gets ugly with this thing. And if I can't do that, I'm going to make 7 Sins and rank up into 7 Sins. So then for the Link monsters, I play 1 Proxy Dragon, 1 Decode Talker, and a Borreload. I did actually make Borreload once, I think, in this deck. And it's possible because you make like Morningstar and then you summon a bunch of them. Or you have like a couple of them on field and you just make Borreload to clear out your board because you know you're about to special summon a whole bunch more. And a lot of people look at you and scoop when you make Borreload because he's so tough to kill. Like, he's just so tough. But that's it for the deck. I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck. I really enjoyed playing with it over at Top Games. It was a lot of fun to play with. But anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you guys in the next video. DarkArmedDuelist, out. See you around, guys.